media center here, his wife, he used the occasion to send a strong message about national security and peace as Guyana faces both external and internal challenges during the voting process. Here is more.
President Irfan Ali on Monday morning were among several candidates who cast their ballots in this year's general and regional elections. Ali told the media that the process of voting was smooth and seamless. He commended HICCUPS representatives for their professionalism. He acknowledged recent reports of Venezuela gunfire near the border, describing the incidents as a serious concern. However, he maintained that the country's security forces are fully prepared, noting that they are well equipped, remained on high alert, and have benefited significantly from government investment in the military. Ali expressed confidence in their ability to respond to any threats. The president emphasized that while Ghana is firm in protecting its sovereignty, its approach to regional relations continues to be rooted in peace and cooperation. He pointed out that the country is committed to democracy and sovereignty, but also believes that the wider region must work collectively to address transnational crime, drug trafficking, and illicit trade.
Fire from Venezuelan side a number of times in the last couple of months. So, of course, it's concerning. The security forces are on full alert. They have the strength and they're ready. They have the equipment. And we have to understand the threat of Venezuela. We have been speaking about this throughout the campaign. Venezuela is a threat.
Ali also appealed to both voters and political leaders to avoid unrest and to respect the results of the elections. He underlined that the electoral process must be peaceful and that democracy requires accepting the will of the people. He added that both the Guyana Police Force and the Guyana Defense Force are ready to deal swiftly with any attempts to create instability.
Without going into details, I can tell you that the Guyana Defense Force has beefed up its not only troop, but they are in a better position. We have invested a lot, as you know, in the military. So I'm confident with what they have on our borders and the systems they have in place.
Although he expressed confidence in the governing PPPC's campaign and record, Ali stated that the most critical outcome of the day is the protection of Ghana's stability. He cautioned against those who might seek to disrupt the democratic process and stressed that it is the responsibility of every Guyanese to safeguard the country's sovereignty and future. Javon Vickery, HGP Nightly News.
Meanwhile, a Partnership for National Unity's presidential candidate Aubrey Norton on Elections Day voted at Pleasant Secondary School on the east coast of Demerara alongside villagers who eagerly awaited their turn to elect their government. Mr. Norton, while there, raised concerns about the size and location of the polling booth, requesting amendments, which was subsequently addressed. We have more details in this report.
Monday, September 1, 2025 is a consequential period in Guyana's history as approximately 750,000 citizens exercised their democratic right of voting to elect the country's next government. Although he was successful in exercising his democratic right to vote, Mr. Aubrey Norton, presidential candidate of the Partnership for National Unity, was in protest of some anomalies which he discovered at the polling booth.
I'm going to ask our chief scrutineer to send out a general notice to say to people they should stop their voting if they cannot see the person. Because you could tell me the person put his cell phone there, the person has put cell phone.
Signed to that location. Nightly News visited other sections of the East Coast and voters were trickling in at polling stations such as the Bond Intention Primary, Lusignan Primary, Eastville Nursery, and Friendship Primary. So behind me is the Le Bon Intention Primary School where persons exercise their democratic right. As you know, it's a consequential period in Guyana's history where parties are vying. When you say that, what do you mean?
They have like 3 different doors. Yeah, like 3 different.
It's verifying information, but apart from the process was good.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Just watching, go through the process, voting, or complain about it. Sorry.
Look like second time of voting.
Second time voting. How do you feel about that?
I feel normal.
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 Good. So you had no problems, nothing?
No problem.
Process was smooth, easy. Makes it easy for every citizen to exercise their democratic right.
Say Hearts was complaining about the booth was too big and you can't see.
And you can't see about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So everything was in place and like I said, smooth.
Meanwhile, one voter lamented that the process was, in her view, disorganized.
I couldn't identify my filling station. I was like from one to the next, even though your name is on the list. The last vote, it was at the polling station I went to. This time it moved, and it's ridiculous.
6 political parties competed for the electoral seat in governance. The votes of the electorate will determine Guyana's next president, prime minister, and vice president. I'm Antonio De reporting for the HGP Nightly News from the Friendship Primary School.
We were also in Linden, and Tiana Cole will tell you that voters turned out in steady numbers on Elections Day, with many seniors leading the way at polling stations across the community. While residents expressed confidence in the smooth conduct of the process, there were also calls for greater participation from the younger generation. Let's join Tiana Cole.
From Bushlot to Belgium, the atmosphere remained calm, while citizens proudly exercising their right to vote at approximately 193 polling stations. Our team began coverage in Bushlot, where residents, though hesitant to appear on camera, expressed satisfaction with the process. A resident's home was converted into a well-organized information booth, complete with computer systems to help voters locate their polling stations. Clearly labeled sections ensured a smooth flow of voters who then cast their ballots at Lashman Singh Secondary School and Bushlot Nursery School. Voters reports
everything going smooth so far, no hiccups or whatever, we keep it just like that.
Anything you want to say to the public?
Yeah, well, so far we get like 55% people don't turn out vote, waiting for the rest.
At Fort Primary East Barbies, eligible voters, differently able persons were able to cast their votes.
1,000 votes, if we need a change.
Everybody come out and vote. Let's make sure you vote for a change.
A final stop at Belgium Primary School revealed another orderly station where read their appreciation for the smooth process.
Well, the process is going smoothly so far. Everybody's voting. There's no problem. And the day look good. Everybody's going to continue to vote. And they got a good turnout.
We have to remain like it's just quiet and.
But since I came here, everything works. Or it is in order. The way it's going, I hope it continues the same way.
From Bushlot to Belgium, Election Day in Mahika Barbies was marked by Pride Organization.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 22630.
Establishment. No job is too small or too large. We specialize in all types of fabricating machinery, excavator repairs, rice field pumps, and hydraulic hoses. Visit us at Lot 113, Block CC, Manripo, East Coast, Demerara, or call 220-9624-629-4021 or 619-7880. At Krishna Rolf Establishment, no job is too small or too large.
Welcome back to the HGP. Again, we're here live from the Guyana Elections Commission Media Center. We tell you now that tensions along the western border escalated on Sunday when a joint services between HICCUPS officials and ballot boxes came under gunfire from across the Venezuelan border. The incident has since drawn sharp reactions from political leaders who are calling for stronger security measures.
The incident caught the attention of leader of the Partnership for National Unity, NORTON, who implored that Guyana must invest more in modern technology to combat potential threats at the border. He was at the time speaking to the media after he cast his ballot at Pleasant Secondary on Monday.
We have to use the technology to disposal to ensure that we can secure our borders.
On the topic of training, Norton claimed that requisite training within the Guyana Defense Force, GDF, has been significantly declined over the years and stressed that this must be enhanced in order to secure Guyana's borders.
We need to put the training to where it was in the 60s, 70s, and 80s so that any action, people would recognize that you have well-equipped soldiers there that could deal with it.
Meanwhile, Alliance for Change AFC leader Nigel Hughes, also commenting on the matter, warned that Guyana must be readily prepared for Venezuela in an event Guyana's neighbor decides to deploy multiple tactics aimed at destabilization.
You have to be wary about, attempted cyber interventions and other interventions, particularly on social media and otherwise. And I hope collectively as a country that we stand together to resist whatever efforts they take to disrupt this event.
On Sunday, according to an official statement, the incident occurred at about 14:30 hours along the upper Cuyuni River in the vicinity of Bamboo, as the team was transporting election materials to remote polling stations. The escort unit, which included ranks from the Guyana Defense Force and the Guyana Police Force, immediately returned fire and maneuvered the vessels out of danger. At the time, 9 GCOM officials were on board. Authorities confirmed that no injuries were sustained and none of the ballot boxes or election materials were damaged or compromised. Despite the exchange of gunfire, the mission continued and ballot boxes were safely delivered to polling stations within the district. Tianako reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
As polls open on elections morning, Nightly News took its cameras to Region 2, where voters were excited to cast their ballots and were also pleased with the overall process. Nightly News' Aletha Grant was there and filed this report.
On the Essequibo coast, and behind me it's the Fisher Primary School, which is one of many polling stations here on this coast. That's Pomeroon Supernam Region number 2. And earlier I spoke with quite a few voters who would have already exercised their franchise, and these were their comments.
Oh, it was good. It was smooth. Everything went well. I'm so excited about what's going on right now.
Yes, it was nice. I came out early this morning and it was, smooth. I thought, well, it would be good to be here early.
Very, very smooth.
I mean, everybody has their right, their democratic right, and it's going smoothly so far.
Excited. Plans for me because why? Me vote plenty times already. Right? It's very nice and quick. Once you know for vote, it's very simple process.
I came out very early, wanted to just cast my vote. The process was very smooth. GCOM staff was very helpful. And we've seen that persons are showing interest in coming out to vote this morning.
They asked me to do a proxy, but I want this. I wanted this.
Oh, very simple. They took good care of you. They did what they got to do. It's easy.
It went very smooth.
Can't To me, opinion is very easy, simple. Everything just going cool, normal.
Well, everything going nice today, nah? Everything going smooth today. Everything going okay, all right.
Everything smooth, quiet, nice and smooth. It was quick and easy, simple.
I'm on the Essequibo coast in region number 2, that's Pomeroon, Supernam, and very early this morning I started covering polls from Bethany, then out to Supernam, right down to Charity, where I'm currently standing, and behind me it's a polling station, the Charity Secondary School, and we have persons very, very confident in the process. Most of the people who we would have spoken to so far, they would have reported they've had good comments and very, very expressed confidence that the process will be a good one because it was smooth for them, no challenges in terms of getting into the polling stations, getting their ballot, putting their X, and of course, inking their finger as well. But I can tell you, in Region 2, there are 158 polling stations, so that's quite a few for the Cinderella County, but we were unable to visit all of those polling stations, but all along the coast we would have stopped and checked and talked with voters about the process and how difficult it is for them. And I'm sure the process will continue to go smoothly throughout the day and, of course, after closing of polls.
From Bushlat to Belgium, the atmosphere remained calm, while citizens proudly exercising their right to vote at approximately 193 polling stations. Our team began coverage in Bushlat, where residents, though hesitant to appear on camera, expressed satisfaction with the process. A resident's home was converted into a well-organized information booth, complete with computer systems to help voters locate their polling stations. Clearly labeled sections ensured a smooth flow of voters who then cast their ballots at Lashman Singh Secondary School and Bushlat Nursery School. Voters reported a peaceful and efficient atmosphere at both sites. Moving on to Fort Wellington Secondary School, security was as expected, and a similar scene was observed. In New Amsterdam Berbice, polling station and information desks operated seamlessly, providing clear guidance to workers. In Islington, East Bank Berbice, voter Junior Everfrost summed up the day's progress.
Everything going smooth so far, no hiccups or whatever, we keep it just like that.
Anything you want to say to the public?
Yeah, well, so far we get like 55% people don't turn out vote, waiting for the rest.
At Fort Ordnance Primary School in East Berbice, eligible voters, including differently able persons, were able to cast their votes.
Get out and vote if you need a change.
Everybody come out and vote. Let's make sure you vote for changes.
But since I came here, everything works, or it is in order. And I like the way it's going. I hope it continues the same way.
From Bushlat to Belgium, Election Day in Mahika Berbice was marked by pride, organization, and an overall commitment to democracy. Jada June reported for HGP Nightly News.
Stay with us. There's more news ahead.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
Mom, did you tell him that Danny went to pick up KFC?
No, wait a minute. Are we really not going to tell him we already have KFC?
A tasty dinner shouldn't be that complicated. Crunch the routine and order a delicious KFC bucket for the best price. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Ronnie,
What you doing on the right of way? Like you're saying that the sunshine stretch your legs. Sunshine?
Here on the HGP Nightly News, we tell you that elections 2025 has been deemed a crucial one as 6 political parties on these general and regional elections. Nightly News visited several polls Region 6, which has approximately 435 polling stations, and its turnout was poor. Marvin Cato reports.
Marvin Cato report news. We're in Region 6. East Berbice quarantine, and so far the turnout seems to be right. We've passed several polling stations, and we've not seen persons coming out. Presently, we are at St. Theresa's Primary School.
The situation is unchanged. The hope is that as the day progresses, there will be a significant uptick in voter turnout. Mr. Anderson, a voter, shared his experience after he voted.
The process was quite smooth.
Another elector, Oslin, indicated voting at Berbice High School was seamless.
For me, it got easy because quick. Find the name, get the paper, put my X. I see the box for you. So I know what it happened.
Midday at Rosal Community Center was quiet. Some voters are trickling in. Hopefully, there will be a surge this afternoon. There seems to be a trend developing at the polling stations visited in Region 6. Some early voters showed up and their numbers were steady. However, things went into a bit of a lull.
Well, so far the process going smooth because everybody know what they're about to and what they're supposed to do, and the agent is working and do what they're supposed to, right? So just keep in checking, drop off different locations and make sure that everything goes smooth how it's supposed to be.
That's what's going on, right? Everything going on right there, man.
You've been voting here all your life?
Yeah.
Persons came out very early, and for those who did not come out, they're going to come out later this afternoon. Marvin Cato reporting for HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Marvin. Antonio Day tells us that former Minister of Public Works, David Patterson, has made it clear that if the government of Guyana had followed the parliamentary opposition's advice of conducting a feasibility study for the Wales gas-to-energy project, it would have been completed to date. Here's Antonio Day.
Said that they would come in and they would do this project. No studies, nothing at all. The vice president and his coonies looked around, and what they did is instead of looking for the best location, they looked where there's land available.
That was David Patterson, former Minister of Public Infrastructure, speaking to the protracted Wales gas-to-energy project, which has now risen to $1.9 billion due to cost overruns. The Office of the Prime Minister has extended a deadline for submitting proposals for engineering services related to the construction of a natural gas liquids storage and offloading facility, as well as a pipeline for the gas-to-energy project. Proposals are now due September 30, 2025, and must be submitted to the National Procurement and Tender Administration Board. Patterson said that from the outset the project was marred with flaws, and proposals to conduct further evaluation of the project were completely ignored.
This project has been flawed from the start, marred with corruption, overpayments, blaming each other, a ballooning budget.
The state allocated $245 billion, which translate to 51 billion Ghana dollars in this year's national budget for the project's completion, which includes government and foreign financing. The Wales gas-to-energy project, which is expected to reduce electricity costs by 50%, continues to be a waste of taxpayers' monies, Patterson argued.
Start off at $800 million. It is now at $2.5 billion, and it's not even 50% completed. In the last time that we checked in the Parliament, it was in the low 20s.
The gas-to-energy Phase 1 project features a natural gas liquid with extract C3, C4, and C5. The proposal includes engineering services for designing the infrastructure to receive, store, and offload NGLs from the Phase 1 plant, with accommodation for further development. Patterson remarked that this project is doomed for failure due to its poor oversight and management.
Of over 100 winners in the Island Dream promotion. Win your share of more than $1 million in cash and prizes. Plus 2 all-inclusive weekend staycations for 2. And that's not all. Score coolers packed with Buster, Turbo, Altitude, and Viva. Just buy any can or bottle of Turbo, Buster, Altitude, or Viva. Find the code starting with BB. Then visit at Buster Guyana or Turbo_Caribbean on IG or Facebook for details.
Live the Island Dream, get money. Live the Island Dream.
Mom, did you tell him that Danny went to pick up KFC?
No, wait a minute. Are we really not going to tell him we already have KFC?
A tasty dinner shouldn't be that complicated. Crunch the routine and order a delicious KFC bucket for the best price. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
These nice products I cook with proper things. Peppies, you get the best and these things. Oh, no, bless up.
Okay. Pack up these things. Yellow, you put the things in the car.
Loving you is easy cause you're beautiful. Do-da-do-da-do. I love you, and you, and you, and you, and you. I love all of you.
Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
And you. I love Peppies.
Good evening, and welcome to Monday's edition of the Regional News. We begin with news in Jamaica. The Jamaica Labour Party plans to develop Portland, St. Thomas, and St. Mary as an economic hub for local development if returned to office after the September 3rd general election. The commitment was given by Prime Minister and JLP leader Dr. Andrew Holness in Port Antonio on Saturday night, as he addressed a large JLP parish meeting for the Portland Eastern constituency, which is being contested by the parties and Marie Vass. The party leader said tourism would be at the center of the development, and I quote, "It is going to lift up Port Antonio, but we are not stopping there with development will take place on Tuesday, September 2nd, to ensure that all facilities are prepared for a new academic year." Quote, "We plan to conduct our annual school visits and teachers organization, Antigua and Barbuda Union of Teachers and ministry officials." So the director said that several schools experienced significant renovations over the summer break. Clearly, some of our secondary schools, Brown noted. At Clear Hall, we would see that wooden buildings on the left as you drive into the main gate of the school have been removed and replaced with a concrete structure, and that structure is up and ready. Princess Margaret School has received major upgrades to its auditorium space, while Antigua Grammar School features a new addition to its home economics facility on the north side of the existing center. So outside current reports and updates as to what is in the various areas, we want to go and experience it ourselves, Brown stated. The importance of hands-on verification. Brown is confident that contractor September 8 deadline finishing work over the weekend. Minor tasks may continue into the first week of teacher preparation, but all facilities should be fully operational for the students' return. And finally, in international news, one of Afghanistan's worst earthquakes killed more than 800 people and injured at least 2,800, authorities said on Monday, as rescuers struggled to reach remote areas due to rough mountainous terrain and inclement weather. The disaster will further stretch the resources of the war-torn nation's Taliban administration, already grappling with crises ranging from a decline in foreign aid to the deportations of hundreds of thousands of Afghans by neighboring countries. Thank you for watching. I am Antonio Day. Goodbye for now and be safe.
All
our major headlines, President Ali stresses peace and security as hundreds of thousands cast their votes. Voting process along east coast of Demerara seamless. Norton flags a few irregularities. Norton Hughes urged stronger security as joint services come under fire at border, and no feasibility study on the gas to LNG led to its current hiccup, says Patterson. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, you can go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Travis Chase. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.